Firefighters pull within 2 as we head to our final inning.
We saw the Firefighters pick up their first win in franchise history, rallying in the 9th inning.
This one chopped to Cox. Bridges can fly. Cox behind the back. The Firefighters down to their final out.
Firefighters are invoking the golden batter rule. Logan Lacey!
Looking for a bigger swing or at least something that can extend this inning.
The crowd's jumping. The 1-2. Bounce back up the middle. Logan Lacey is inevitable. That is his 3rd straight hit.
Drew Yanesta into run at first base.
Now Zachary Bridges represents the game's tying run. A home run threat. He blasts this deep out to right center. Zachary Bridges. Yanesta's getting the wave around. In time! Firefighters obviously will challenge. Leroy tagging out his former CPL teammate. Gut-wrenching way to lose the first game of the 2025 tour for the Firefighters. The Nanners get to dance. What a finish we had last night here in Kansas City. The first game of the year for the Firefighters ended in epic fashion, with the Nanners defense coming through in the clutch to clinch the victory. Tonight, the Firefighters look for revenge, while the Bananas have their sights set on a sweep in Kauffman Stadium. It is game 34 of the 2025 Banana Ball World Tour, and we bring it to you live from the City of Fountains, Kansas City, Missouri, as we welcome you inside the broadcast booth with Josh Talevsky, Pico Scala. Thank you all so much for joining us on this wonderful Saturday night here in the Midwest. What a big night it is for the young sport of banana ball. Second game of the tour for the Firefighters, and an hour after we get first pitch here in Kauffman Stadium, the Party Animals and the Texas Tailgaters will be kicking off in Albuquerque, New Mexico for the first game in the history of the Tailgaters.
Yeah, it is a really special night for banana ball. Of course, we saw some great stuff from the Firefighters last night, and tonight it's really exciting to see all of the firsts that could happen for the Texas Tailgaters as they square off against the Party Animals on their YouTube page. Now, getting back to things here in Kansas City, it was an awesome game. The Bananas jumped out to the early lead against the Firefighters, pitched exceptionally well throughout the night, but we saw a lot of momentum going for the Firefighters late in that ballgame that hopefully they're going to ride into tonight's contest. And Biko, believe it or not, the game also came with some controversy, and I'm not talking about the play at the plate that ended it.
That's right, we had a friendly competition unbeknownst to Kyle Jackson and Noah Bridges, but we had a YouTube poll up. Who is the darling of Banana Land? And with over 1,200 fans voting in, how about KJ? The Banana Ball rookie coming out victorious.
I mean, maybe it's a recency bias thing. Fans have gotten a lot of KJ Jackson this season, but we've also seen a lot of special things from Noah Bridges over the year. And of course, it was really cool to see them get an entrance together going out to High School Musical. It was really special between KJ and Noah Bridges, and I know that both of these guys are kind of excited for what might become a pretty elite rivalry this upcoming Banana Ball World Tour.
Yeah, this was the definition of two worlds colliding right here. Chris Sachi's keister collided with the ground while filming it, so we actually might get a peek at that again here this evening. But impressive stuff. KJ has built such an impressive fan base here in his first full season of Banana Ball, and I think the love for Noah Bridges will continue to just crescendo as we get to see him back in action here in Banana Land.
Yeah, it's really exciting to see both of these guys in the starting lineups for their respective teams tonight. Kyle Jackson, fantastic, had a trick play, also a triple and a ball four sprint last night for the Savannah Bananas. And Noah Bridges was 0 for 4 last night, but stole 2 bases when he was able to reach on a fielder's choice. And I know he is pretty excited about trying to get his first career Firefighters knock tonight against the Bananas.
KJ's back in the 2-hole, holding down third base for the Bananas for a second straight night. Noah Bridges back in the 8-hole for the Firefighters and moves from center field to right field.
Yeah, it's going to be a very exciting game. I know Bridges is a little bit more comfortable playing in right field, and so that means we might also see a trick play from one of the Bridges brothers.
The Savannah Bananas just finishing up their warm-up, trying to get a little 2-game winning streak going after they ended their 4-game skid. All of those losses at the hands of the Party Animals. They were dancing at the end of the night an evening ago. They dance right here, and they're about to give us a banana baby. We'll get it on down to the field for that.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for a Bananas tradition. I need everybody to get your spirit fingers up high. Both hands, spirit fingers high in the sky. Feeling the vibes this evening. It is now time for a Bananas tradition that started way back in 2016. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome tonight's Banana Baby! Mackenzie is extremely calm in this situation. Ladies and gentlemen, please make some noise one more time for tonight's Banana Baby, Mackenzie!
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to meet the hottest team in sports. Kansas City, here come the Firefighters! And now the starting lineup for the Firefighters, leading off in center field, number 11, Logan Showtime Lacey. Batting second at third base, number 15, Liam Spence. Batting third, behind the plate, number 3, Dalton Cornett. In the cleanup spot at DH, number 911, Joe Lytle. Batting fifth, the extra hitter, number 24, Dakota D. McFadden. At first base, wearing number 8, Stephen Cullen. The left fielder wearing number 7, Mason Maxwell. In right field, number 9, Noah Bridges. At shortstop, number 10, Kaden Peanut Green. And the second baseman, number 2, Isaac Pula. On the mound for the Firefighters, number 6, Austin Temple. The Firefighters are led by Val Perez, assisted by Corey Pye and Drew Yanesta. One more time for the Firefighters!
Ladies and gentlemen, I am bringing some Bananas power to home plate. His name is Drake. Drake is 6 years old, and he's attempting to hit a home run against these Firefighters. So can I hear some noise for my dear friend Drake? Whoa, here comes pitch number 1. Matt Wolf throwing some heat. Looks like he didn't go. The count's 1-0. Here comes pitch number 2. Matt Wolf is throwing some heat. Here comes pitch number 3. And that's strike 1. I'm not sure how fair this is. Matt Wolf, you're about the same height, but not fair. Oh. Holy cow. And in between the leg strike, the count's 2-2. Whoa! Split says he's had enough of all this and that this fight needs to be more fair. He's gonna steal that ball, put it on the tee, and Drake has a fair fight. Whenever you're ready, my friend. Boom! That ball's hit hard up the middle. The Firefighters cannot handle it. The ball's kicked into left field. Drake is gonna hold up at first. Sight! He's on his way to second base. Rumbling, tumbling, stumbling his way. The Firefighters are fighting each other. What's happening? He's rounding third base, ladies and gentlemen. There's going to be a play at the plate. Here comes the throw home. Can he make it? He scores! Sliding into home. Home run for Drake.
Well, some questionable calls there from Vincent Chapman. Good to get the controversial ones out of the way before first pitch actually happens, though. Nice slide into home at the finish as well.
Yeah, you know, you just shake off the rust before a big game, and always an exciting home run hitter.
Young Professor letting the full capacity crowd know about the 11 rules of Banana Ball. We'll give it to you in Jesse Cole form.
The name of the game is Banana Ball, and this is the fastest, most entertaining game in sports. Rule number 1, win the inning, win the point. If you score the most runs in an inning, you get a point. The most points win the game. But in the last inning of Banana Ball, every run counts as a point. Rule number 2, there is a 2-hour time limit. No new inning can start when the clock hits 0. Rule number 3, if you step out of the batter's box, it is a strike. Rule number 4, no bunting. If you bunt, you're thrown out of the game. Rule number 5, batters can steal first. Rule number 6, no walks allowed. It becomes a ball 4 sprint until every position player touches the ball. Rule number 7, no mound visits. Nope. Rule number 8, if a fan catches a foul ball, it is an out. In Banana Ball, everything's in play, so you better be ready. Rule number 9, the showdown tiebreaker. If the game is tied at the end of 9 innings, or when time expires, it is pitcher versus hitter with one fielder, and the hitter has to score. Rule number 10, the Banana Ball challenge rule. You, the fans, have the opportunity to challenge a ruling on the field. Rule number 11, the golden batter rule. A team can send up any batter to hit in any spot in the lineup. This is guaranteeing the best possible matchup at the end of the game when it matters most. These are the official rules of Banana Ball.
The wonderful fountains spanning from right to left center field here in Kauffman Stadium. One of the plethora of reasons why this ballpark is so beloved by the Royals faithful. Been here since 1973. 5th oldest stadium in Major League Baseball. And now we got ourselves a sheet race, a player challenge. Firefighters versus Bananas. Zachary Bridges and Johnny Hmel for the Firefighters. Gage Voorhees and Ty Jackson for the Bananas. You know the rules. All 5 limbs have to be 5 limbs? 4 human beings have 4 limbs. All 4 limbs have to be inside the sheet at all times. And they're off. We will be strict with the disqualifications. Ty Jackson, a veteran of the sheet race, out to a huge lead in blue. Gage Voorhees in second in brown. And then both the Firefighters holding up the rear. Ty looking back at the competition. Tough to look around the sheet. Starting to showboat a little bit. Coming into the final turn. It's Ty, then Voorhees. Oh, look out. Johnny Hmel making a late break. But Ty Jackson, an emphatic victory. Hmel comes in second. Voorhees takes third. Zachary Bridges does not finish. Thrilling race. Let's get it down to Sam Bauman.
Hey, Biko, Josh, I'm here with the Superman Reese Alexis, who has been absolutely super in MLB and football stadiums this year, hitting a home run in every single one of them. But there was loss. Last night, the bat that got him through it all was broken. Reese, talk to me a little bit about what you're going through and the memories you and that bat shared.
I mean, we've had an incredible run this season, and it's truly a tragedy. Especially, I didn't even get to say goodbye. It was given to a fan before I even got a proper goodbye, and so it's a tough day. But I think we'll recover.
Now, Reese, obviously, we found a new love here, and I know you have a lot of memories still coming down the road with this one. Tonight's the night that it's got to happen if you keep the streak alive. Do you believe in your new bat?
Well, what you didn't know is that my bat had twins, and this is just a carbon copy of my previous bat, which still has plenty of juice in it. So watch out.
Reese, any message to the fans in the outfield tonight?
I hope you brought your gloves. It's not going to be an out, but watch out.
Reese, Superman Alexianis and his new beauty of a bat, ready to do some damage here in Kauffman Stadium. Hopefully keep the streak alive. Mika, Josh.
Thank you, SB. Thank you for the time and insight, as always, Reese Alexianis. What a torrid sophomore campaign he's been off to. Let's take a look at the starting pitching matchup tonight. A pair of sophomores here in Bananaland. Austin Temple, the former Astros minor leaguer, getting the second start of the tour for the Firefighters, and Noah Nisnik, the 2024 Banana Ball Rookie of the Year, goes for the Nanners.
Yeah, this is a very exciting pitching matchup for the Bananas and the Firefighters. Austin Temple last year showed flashes of brilliance, but what really eluded him was his control. He allowed sprints to 19.1% of the batters he's faced, something he knows he's got to work on here in 2025. And for Noah Nisnik, the Firefighters stretch of the season was when he was at his peak. He earned 10 points, only lost 1, and I know he's feeling pretty good about being able to get the ball from the jump tonight for the Savannah Bananas and hope that they can score early and keep that lead, much like what we saw a night ago.
Niz has been in and out of the Bananas starting rotation this year. He's been pretty consistent, whether coming out of the bullpen or getting the ball from the get-go. Austin Temple, a well-deserved number 2 starter here for the Firefighters. The resume is robust. And as you mentioned, Josh, it's all about keeping the ball in the zone because the arsenal's nasty that he's got.
Yeah, Austin Temple, again, has a pretty high velocity heater that is able to overpower batters. I think where things kind of went wrong for him a season ago was that he tried to pitch without a glove. He was using the fishing net on the mound, and he found that he could not mask his pitches, and that batters seemed to know what was coming out of the hand. Now, hopefully, that's not going to be a struggle for him tonight.
As you can see, the Banana Band and company, the cast and crew, parading through the stands, about to be unveiled on the field here in Kauffman Stadium. The newest addition, the calendar crew for the Firefighters. It's a good-looking bunch of guys to be the foil to the Bananas.
You got Mr. January, Mr. May, Mr. August, Mr. September, and Mr. December. Those are some good months that get included. As a man born in September, I'm happy to see that represented.
I don't know how we don't have a Mr. November. Maybe I'll have to join the crew. Let's toss it to Shark so that everybody gets their shine here in Kansas City.
These guys will have you jamming all night long. I need you to give a warm welcome to the world-famous Bananas Pep Band. Next up, making her way down the line, royalty like no other, the one and only Princess Potassia. Look at this crew, the greatest dad bod cheer squad in all the land. You know why? They're the only one. It's the Bananas. He's the fastest man in Banana Land, Malachi Flash the Kid Mitchell. Behind him, he is our resident bat trickster, Mr. Alex Ziggy Ziegler. Look at these abs. He's the world's strongest banana, the king of potassium. Oh yeah, it's Split. Next, he's the tallest man in Banana Land, and in sports, it's Dakota Stilts Albritton. Making his way to home plate, he's got all the moves. It's our dancing umpire, Vincent Chapman. And finally, our dancing first and third base coach. His name is Maceo, the cast of your Bananas.
All right, Banana Nation, it looks like the cast is ready. All the players are ready. So it's now time for you, the fans, to get ready. So I need everyone here to get on your feet. I need all 40,000 of you on this beautiful Saturday to get on your feet and help me welcome out 6-year-old Gabby! All right, Gabby, your job is very important. Everybody on this field is warmed up for this game, but everybody in these stands, I don't think is quite warmed up. So whatever you do, they all have to do. Are you ready for this? Crank it, Shark. Oh yeah, get those hands together. Oh, a little hey baby, Gabby. A little foreshadowing tonight. Keep. You're rolling it. Okay. How do you know this dance? It's like from the 80s. Staying alive? Pulp Fiction? You're too young for this, guy. Too young for this. Oh, yeah, raise the roof, Gabby. Jumping jacks. We all need it, folks. We all need it. Look around, Gabby. You just got 40,000 people warmed up for this game. Give it up one more time for my friend, Gabby!
Well, what a killer job by that youngster. Getting the full capacity crowd of well over 37,000 fans moving it and grooving it. DR Meadows follows her off the field. And everybody, please prepare your voices. The young professor struts to the mound, and he shall demand them in just a moment.
Ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, and potassium enthusiasts from around the world. Tonight, you and thousands of your friends here live and millions more watching at home have gathered here to witness something beyond your wildest imagination. From Montana to Savannah, from the Isle of Man to Tokyo, Japan, the Banana Maniacs come from across the globe to witness this. This is not baseball. This is the Crucible, where the fastest, hungriest, and most entertaining players are forged. This is a game of the fans, by the fans, and for the fans. But this is not your granddad's pastime. This is not just another night at the ballpark. This game is baseball by birth, fruit by name, and an absolute worldwide phenomenon by the grace of God. This is the time for all 37,000 people here in Kansas City to get on your feet and give me your voices. Because this is the greatest show in sports. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Banana Ball!
Kauffman Stadium, it's time to meet the starting lineup for your Savannah Bananas. Leading off in center field, number 5, DR the Doc Meadows. At third base, number 4, Kyle KJ Jackson. Big third, the DH number 19, Dan Oberg. In the cleanup spot, the left fielder number 15, we call him Robert Anthony Cruz. In right field, number 2, Reese Superman Alexiadis. At shortstop, number 6, Ryan Cox. At first base, wearing number 11, Corral Pride. Behind the plate, number 3, Eric Jones. The extra hitter wearing number 18, he does it all, baby, Kenny Husley. And at second base, number 8, he is our greatest showman, Jackson Olsen. On the mound for your Savannah Bananas, number 88, Noah Niznik. Your Savannah Bananas are managed by Tyler Gillum, assisted by Adam Virant, Eric Fox, and Reggie Horton. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remove your hats. Here to honor America with the singing of tonight's national anthem, please welcome Brooke Mertz.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Ladies and gentlemen, Brooke Mertz.
You are watching Game 34 of the 2025 Banana Ball World Tour. What a way to kick it off. A couple A-10s go flying over Kauffman Stadium. Another full capacity crowd here in Kansas City. Shout out their beloved Chiefs. And we're about ready to rumble. Battle number 2 on the tour between the Firefighters and the Bananas. The Nanners came out victorious, a 3-1 win on a bang-bang play at the plate last night with the tying run on second. The man leading it off was gonna be due up if the game continued. He had a single in that top of the 9th rally, Logan Lacey, then Liam Spence, Dalton Cornett, and Joe Lido cleaning it up. Dakota McFadden, Stephen Cullen, Mason Maxwell in the middle, Noah Bridges, Kaden Green, and Isaac Parra at the bottom.
Val Perez has opted to go with the same starting lineup she used last night, albeit with some guys mixed around defensively. And the top 5 guys in this lineup all did what they needed to. They all had at least one hit. And you see Logan Lacey just brimming with confidence right now at the plate after 3 hits a night ago. And we also saw Liam Spence, Mason Maxwell, 2 rookies, pick up their first career banana ball knocks.
Would have loved to know what Logan was telling all of us through the camera. Unfortunately,
I'm him.
Probably, yeah, that's probably right. Noah Niznik is also him. He had a fantastic rookie campaign last year, the St. Louis, Missouri native, the only man here in Banana Land gets to pitch in his home state in banana ball for the first time.
8th start of the season for Noah Niznik, who's 0-2 on the year, but leading the tour with 42 innings pitched. Now, across his last 14 innings on the mound, he's only allowed 6 hits and 4 earned runs while averaging 3 outs in 3 minutes and 23 seconds. And he was at his best against the Firefighters last year, posting a 3-0 record.
Niz is feeling it on the bump. Here's the defense behind him. Left to right in the outfield, Robert Anthony Cruz, DR Meadows, and Reese Alexiadis. In the infield, third to first, it's Kyle Jackson, Ryan Cox, Jackson Olsen, and Correll Prime. Well, it's Eric Jones Jr. behind the dish.
How can you not have your eye on Ryan Cox tonight? Had 7 trick plays last night to tie the single-game banana ball trick play record. Now he is only 5 trick plays away from 100 in just game number 34 this season.
Remarkable stuff. He ties his own record. DR Meadows, of course, sandwiched in between the two 7 trick play ball games from Coxie this year, had a 7 trick play affair of his own in center. And the Bananas faithful are out in masses tonight. Plenty of Firefighters fans as well. We're about to start the clock.
All right, Kansas City, it's about that time. When I count to 3, I need you to yell out at the top of your lungs, start the clock. 1, 2, 3. Showtime!
Well, this place is absolutely buzzing with energy. Talked to a bunch of the players. They said this was right up there with a couple of the football stadiums when it comes to the noise factor. About a first pitch changeup from Noah Nisnik. Lacey swings through it. And a chance for the fans. Logan started the game last night with a foul out to the fans. That was on the first pitch. This time, that one bobbled right through the breadbasket.
Well, Ty Jackson, you know, he's a guy who speaks in a lot of hyperbole, but he noted just how loud the crowd was in KC. Was also impressed by their defense to start out the ball game. And lightning strikes twice in Kauffman Stadium. Back-to-back nights where Lacey fouls out to the fans to start the ball game.
That's a man of the people right there. Nisnik helped out by the home state faithful. How about the snag in the catcher's mitt? That's awesome. Oh, man. Excellent play by the youngster. Liam Spence, liner straight to Reese Alexiadis. A foul out to a fan, a line out, and now we get to honor our firefighter of the night.
A fire apparatus operator who has served with distinction and a member of the Kansas City Fire Department since 2008. While off duty in August 2024, Hollinger jumped into action by saving the life of a young child who had drowned by quickly starting life-saving CPR. He got a pulse back on the child within a few minutes. The child was rushed to Children's Mercy and made a full recovery. The Kansas City Fire Department is proud and honored to have Brandon as a member of their department. So fans, bringing Dalton Cornett to the plate, give it up for Brandon Hollinger!
Special moment right there. And now Dalton Cornett digs in. And with plenty of experience battling against Noah Nisnik. Dalton just finished up his 3rd year as a party animal. Now begins his career as a firefighter and did it in style last night with a couple hits, a hit by pitch and a run scored.
He was the only man not named Logan Lacey who had multiple hits for the Firefighters, and Cornett also had a lot of success against Nisnik, batting .316 against him a year ago.
Ball and 2 strikes on the pride of Pippa Passes, Kentucky. Another chance for the fans. This one extra catchable. Not snagged. Plenty of height on it. Not a gimme for the fans. The Lacey foul out to start last night's game was the only foul out to the fans all evening.
And on the first pitch of the ball game, no less.
They're getting plenty of opportunities early here. That one caught in the upper deck. What an inning for Noah Nisnik. Induces 2 foul outs to the fans. The Firefighters go down 1-2-3.
In 19 games last year, the Firefighters fouled out to fans 8 times. They've already done it 3 times in just a game and 1 inning of play.
Beautiful barehanded grab by that man in the top level here at Kauffman. And let's get a look at the numbers here for Austin Temple, the former Houston Astros minor leaguer, and a collegiate Banana before returning to Banana Land, now in his 2nd year as a firefighter.
Yeah, really exciting to see Temple return to this Firefighters team. He was 2nd on the team with 6 starts a year ago, had an 0-3 record, and had nearly twice as many sprints allowed as strikeouts that he recorded, while allowing a team-high 12 walk-offs last year. Again, he attempted to pitch without a glove last year using a fishing net, but using the mitt here in 2025 should have him feeling a lot more comfortable.
Here's the defense behind him, left to right in the outfield. Maxwell, Lacey, and Bridges in the infield. Third to first, it's Spence, Green, Parra, and Cullen. Well, the man with the mask is Cornett.
Firefighters wound up with 5 trick plays last night, and it was really exciting to see a handful of guys collect their first career trick plays. Mason Maxwell, Liam Spence, and Kaden Green all getting in on that action. And of course, it's going to be exciting to see the Banana Ball superstar Logan Lacey make his first career Banana Ball start in the outfield.
It's an identical first 6 in the order for the Bananas as to the lineup they rolled out an evening ago. D.R. Meadows is the truly due up in Banana Ball. You can walk off the inning as the home team as long as you notch a run total more than the visitors. Of course, with the goose egg up there, D.R. could drive himself in and end the inning in one fell swoop. I would expect to see Kyle Jackson, though, who lurks on deck, and Dan Oberst in the hole. Talked about it in the pregame show. Austin Temple, a hard thrower, sits 90 to 92, can touch 94, 95 with the fastball, as this one is dribbled to Kaden Green, whips it between the legs, smooth as silk, just in time to nab the doctor.
And it's Peanut's 2nd trick play of the season as well. Had just enough time to go between the legs fielding that Banana Ball. And a great stretch there by Stephen Cullen, just keeping that toe dragged on the first base bag to make sure the trick play was preserved.
Well, Peanut officially secures the top spot all by himself with a pair of trick plays when it comes to the Firefighters. 1-1 count on Kyle Jackson. He is now the Nanners team leader with his .362 batting average. He is still the tour leader with a .493 on base percentage after reaching on 2 of his 3 trips to the dish last night.
And he's been on base on 8 of his last 9 plate appearances. He has also posted a 4-game hit streak for his squad.
We'll get another payoff from Temple to KJ. And how about that? Good old country hardball. Austin Temple dials up the heat. Sits down Kyle Jackson.
Well, that's hopefully the change that we're going to be seeing a lot of this season for the sophomore firefighter. Even with the count full, is able to keep command of that strike zone, throw it right over the plate. And that's just a man who really has confidence in his heater. And you see it blown past KJ as Temple now misses with the first pitch bender to Oberst.
KJ had reached in 8 straight trips to the plate before striking out against Ben Dum in the 7th last night. And of course, the strikeout you just saw against Temple, a pair of former minor leaguers. The resumes on these Firefighters pitchers are robust. It's all about adapting to Banana Ball, where strikes are that much more of a premium. Now Temple ahead of Dan Oberst, 1-2. Look out, that one all the way to the backstop. Oberst trying to steal first. Throw from Cornett, not in time. Danny Oberst swipes first for the first time here in his 4th World Tour.
He is an intelligent banana ball player, and he knew that pitch was going to sail high of Dalton Cornett, so he took off immediately. If he stutters one bit trying to get down the line, he is not going to be safe on that play, but Oberst able to get in with very aggressive base running.
Yeah, that took a lucky bounce for the Firefighters. Oberst used his wheels a lot faster than your typical designated hitter to beat that one out.
Well, again, you have to be able to read the ball well for if you're Dan Oberst, and that's exactly why he was able to come away with the stolen base, running as soon as that ball was sailing at the plate.
Defensive swing there from Robert Anthony Cruz. He's still behind 0-2. Battle between former minor leaguers now. There goes Oberst. In on the hands. Cruz fouls it into the stands. Not caught. Boy, you could hear the clang off that bare hand up here in the booth.
I gave myself a reason to believe we could catch that one.
That's crazy. You really did?
Yes.
Only fell about 90 feet shy of us. You know what? You dare to dream, Josh, and that's what I love about you.
This is why I'm normally playing the infield if I'm ever just playing a pickup banana ball game or something.
Swing and a miss. Austin Temple with a pair of punch-outs. Blanks the Bananas. We're scoreless through 1.
20-pitch inning for Austin Temple, but 2 strikeouts in 4 minutes and 26 seconds. And that fastball looks lethal early on tonight in Kansas City.
Talking about some banana ball basics and how perfect. Rule number 8, if a fan catches a foul ball, it is an out. And you can see with the 2 foul outs we saw on the top of the first inning, we're up to 30 foul outs so far on the tour in total. And what a job the folks at Kansas City are doing. They're halfway to tying the single game record tonight.
Yeah, we've got 180 total fan caught foul balls now. 7 have come in Kansas City and 3 in this series. We saw the one against Logan Lacey last night, but already in this ball game, Lacey sending this one down the third base line. Fan with the catcher's mitt comes away with the snag, and then we don't discriminate against the folks sitting in the top sections here in these major league ballparks. That fan made an incredible snag to get Nisnik out of the frame in 2 minutes and 8 seconds.
It's a good reminder that no matter how high your seat may be, you can make it out in a banana ball game. 2 of the 3 fouls we've seen in Kansas City have come from fans in the upper deck. 4, 5, and 6 in the lineup for the Firefighters. Joe Lytle in the cleanup spot. Takes the first offering wide from Noah Nisnik. That one to the backstop. Lytle thought about it, stays in the box. Both feet have to leave the box for it to count as an attempt of stealing first, and as soon as that happens, it's a force out. Lytle is going to float that one over the head of a leaping Jackson Olsen. And his second hit of the series.
Yeah, nice to see. He laced one pretty hard to Ryan Cox at shortstop that wound up becoming a base knock. Now 2 for his last 2 at the plate. And the Firefighters with the leadoff man on in the second.
Dakota McFadden fooled on the changeup. Nisnik a 3-pitch mix. Fastball high 80s, low 90s. The change, you just saw his best pitch. And a curveball as well. Now going to dance with Olsen, Cox, and Meadows, his supporting cast. Hader grazes the outside corner. Pitcher's pitch.
I'll wait.
And a quick check on Lytle. Caught last night, gets the half night off as the DH here this evening. And can really run. For a catcher, he was perfect in his 3 stolen base attempts last year. Across a 19-game season, that is pretty spectacular from a guy primarily handling the catching duties.
The big thing you have to focus on with Joe Lytle and sometimes reel in is the aggressiveness. And
to wait for his next trip to the dish. But when he hit the homer that started this crazy run in Tampa, the fan sing-off was still going there. That's a call you like to get.
Well, all in preparation for the Bananas, but I find myself on a pitch.
It's the letter of the law. I get it, but
it's always fun to see a Gold Glove All-Star World Series winner take a swing in a game, and Vince took that at least one of those away from us.
I know, but we can't change the past. Hosbrough had a great time out on first base and pitching. Oh my gosh,
clean
almost,
catch.
almost right through the hands.
Oh my gosh.
Looked pretty good.
I had never seen a fan catch a baseball until tonight.
How about that?
My first time seeing it.
Wow, that's pretty impressive with how illustrious your career has been in Banana Land. It's tough to nab them in Savannah, though. Nice front door bender there. Ball and 2 strikes on Reese Alexiadis. 5, 6, and 7 in the order here for the Nanners. Boy, shades of Tampa Bay right here. Alexiadis, we talked about it on the pregame show. This guy has homered in both MLB stadiums, all 3 football stadiums we've played in this year. So he would really like to check Kauffman Stadium off on the list, and that is a beautiful 2-2. Called strike 3 low and away. He'll have to wait for his next trip to the dish. But when he hit the homer that started this crazy run in Tampa, the fan sing-off was still going there. That's a call you like to get.
Well, I'll tell you what, if we're going to blister 92-mile-an-hour plus fastballs on the black like that, I think a lot of guys are going to be going back home or to the dugout without getting that swing they want to get in. That ball was painted.
Jeremy, how often do you find yourself throwing these days?
I throw as often as humanly possible, twice weekly if I can, all in preparation for the Bananas, but I find myself on a pitcher's mound all over the world, so I got to be in shape. Even at 46, I got to try to keep that arm going.
That's pretty special. Man, you don't look a day over 35.
Wow, I feel about 75 years over at 35, but thank you very much.
3-1 count here on Ryan Cox. Fantastic 4th World Tour he's having, hitting .322. And reaching base at a .402 clip. That's paint once again.
I think technically this would count as my 3rd World Tour, would it not?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Heck yeah.
Definitely.
Liner right back up the middle, and a backhand spring catch. Logan Lacey in his center field debut here in Banana Land.
Well,
what a doozy.
I will give him 8 for difficulty, but he did not stick the landing, so I'm going to have to dock him just a little bit at the end. But nonetheless, acrobatic.
He debuted that play at 3rd base a year ago. This is his first start in center field in his banana ball career, and it looked like that was just textbook for him to be able to do that back handspring.
Well, let me tell you the fans here. I saw him at 3rd base today warming up, so he was taking all of his ground balls at 3rd base, and he has some wizardry over there. So the fact that he can take it to center field doesn't really surprise me one bit.
A lot of tricks in his back pocket. 2 balls and no strikes on Correll Prime. Another battle between former minor leaguers. Prime from the Rockies farm system, their organizational player of the year in 2014.
Prime shoes. That's what I get excited about. That man has converted some beautiful Ja Morant shoes into cleats, and he looks the part.
Lifts this one a mile high out to shallow right. Parra called off by Mason Max. Oh, Noah Bridges behind the back.
Like
First trick play of the tour. Are you kidding me? Beautiful stuff and a point earned for the Firefighters.
A pretty perfect 2nd inning for the Firefighters. 2 runs, their first point, and 2 trick plays from Noah Bridges and Logan Lacey. Now it's time to go down to the field for Prince or Peasant.
They're going to put their skills to the test musically. Here we go. Hit it, Shark. All right, Patrick.
A whole new world, a dazzling place I never knew.
Give it up for Patrick, everybody. He might just be Banana Land's next princess, but Andrew, do you think you can beat that?
Let's hope so.
All right, Shark, hit it. Let's go, Andrew.
Under the sea, darling, it's better to better take it from me.
All right, Andrew, that was pretty good. But this just in, I'm hearing that we have a third contestant for Banana Land's Next Princess. Welcome out, Tinsley, everybody. Tinsley, do you think you can beat these guys?
Yes.
Let's go, Shark.
Let it go. Let it go.
Amazing job, Tinsley! Give it up for Banana Land's Next Princess!
Impressive work from Tinsley and company down there. Cowboy Kyle, the new man on the mound for the Nanners. And they trail by a point entering the third.
Cowboy Kyle entering the game for the 10th time this season. Took the loss the last time out in Nashville, Tennessee, where he surrendered 7 runs, 6 of which were earned to the Party Animals across just an inning and 2/3. But he has certainly been unlucky this season, as the earned run average should be around 5.03 according to a few advanced metrics.
Kaden Green bounces one to Kyle Jackson. Boy, a late transfer between the legs, a high throw. And Reggie Liggins said Kaden Green's out. He said Prime got a tag on him. Christian Dearman emphatically firing the water in the air, letting the world know that this is challenged. The Firefighters went 1 for 2 on their challenges last night. Yeah, that's going to be overturned. Jeremy Guthrie with us in the booth. You get to be a part of this crew. I think you're okay with us overturning this as well?
Yeah, certainly. What a great effort. Goes up for it. Knows he's got to make the tag. Can't quite get to it. That's why you got the replay. It's made for a much better game. Thank you, Christian Dearman, for the fire hose. I like the challenge system. They had to pull that into the other levels of baseball.
Right? Wouldn't that be fun?
Maybe spray the umpire with it if you want to challenge the call.
At some point, I'm sure it'll get up to the bigs.
Well, they got the splash zone in Baltimore. I know you guys will be going here very soon.
I'm fired up for Camden Yards.
I wonder if the splash zone will be a part of the festivities.
0-2 count on Isaac Parra, holding down the 10-hole, bottom of the order, trying to feed the top for the Firefighters. And this could be 2. Fielded between the legs. Cox behind the back glove flip. Hey, Grill Prime at first. Gets the throw from Olsen behind the back. Double trick play, double play.
There he goes and totally redeems himself. Great snag behind the back.
And it all starts with a great play from Ryan Cox. A nice, easy glove flip behind the back for trick play number 96 this season. And sealed off with impressive stuff from Correll Prime at first base. Just the 10th time he started at first base this year.
Well, if you haven't seen it before, you are looking at the greatest to ever do it at shortstop position, or any position for that matter.
Yeah, Ryan Cox is something else. Logan Lacey, a deep drive down the left field line. And it drifts foul.
Some debris on the field didn't distract Coach Rack even for a second. He avoids Firefighters in the corner there.
He's unshakable. Well, Kyle's going to get the crowd involved here. Surprised you never pulled this one out throughout your big league career, Guff.
Hey, the night is still young.
Oh, beautiful slider. Backs right up, Lacey down swinging. And thanks to the twin killing, Lewis faces the minimum. We'll get it on down to Jolie Chabala to honor our Bananas Foster Family of the Night. We'll be back up in the booth with Jeremy Guthrie just after this.
Across the United States, there are over 400,000 children and teens in foster care without a permanent home. Look around. That's enough to fill Kauffman Stadium 11 times with children and teens experiencing foster care. To raise awareness and support this community, we created Bananas Foster, the official nonprofit of Banana Ball. Our organization is dedicated to celebrating the foster care community while educating and inspiring others to get involved. Tonight we are celebrating the Barnes family. Katie and Rochelle have been a licensed foster family for the last 8 years. In that time, they have welcomed 30 children and teens into their home and adopted 6 into their family forever. Tonight, we are celebrating 2 birthdays of the kiddos and their family, as well as the 7th adoption in their family forever. Fans, please help us celebrate the Barnes family for everything they do in the foster care community.
Shout out in store for the Barnes family as we welcome you back inside the booth with Josh Talevsky, Jeremy Guthrie, the Banana Ball legend. And how about this? This is a banana hot dog. It's going to start following us around here. Guth, you want to try this thing?
I'll try it. Banana hot dog.
Yeah, before you head back down. Josh, get in there. Yeah. Looks like it's going to be here in Kauffman. It'll be with us in Angel Stadium next year. And this would be a pretty good pre-pitching snack. I feel like this could be some good fuel in case you want to get back out there on the bump.
I'll go tell Gillian Viro I'm ready to go. I got a banana hot dog in me.
I love it. Gus, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you, guys.
The legend right there, Jeremy Guthrie. I would expect he will be pitching later on tonight.
Me?
Yeah, I would think so. If I was a betting man, I might put my life savings on it. I try not to anymore. Nolan Daniel, the new man on the mound for the Firefighters, another legend of Banana Land. 3 years as a collegiate nanner. This is now his 2nd campaign with the Firefighters.
The Dublin, Georgia native taking the mound, pitched in 9 games last season for the Firefighters, and still has a 15% strikeout ratio in his banana ball career. Very impressive stuff for Daniel. It's going to be all about his control on the pitcher's mound and being able to dial down the ball for sprints. Surprisingly, he has seen more sprints in his banana ball career than when he was a collegiate banana.
Josh, your rating on the banana hot dog?
It has a very high score, in my opinion. I'm probably giving that a 9.7.
All right, I'm trying it now. It's a messy
caramelized
meal.
bun, banana, chocolate syrup, strawberries, and whipped cream. And I think I got everything. I touched all the bases. Yeah. Whoa. That, folks, is the sound of pure enjoyment.
All right, again. Mamma mia. Here comes EJ. High School Musical involved in Banana Land.
I mean, we saw it last night with KJ and Noah.
Can't quit it.
It's only fitting that Eric Jones Jr. is the next man up.
And I can't quit this banana hot dog. I took another 2 bites while EJ was coming up to the dish.
What's your favorite part of it?
The bun, I think. But, it's all really important. None of it would work without the rest.
I thought it would be possibly too mushy, but it's not.
No, the structural integrity is impressive.
You need a sturdy bun for that, and you get that with this.
It's really nice. Swinging 3-0, EJ lifts this one out to right center, and Logan Lacey on the run will haul it in.
Well, that's a smart play for Logan Lacey. The Firefighters are not up any runs here in the inning. He's got to drift over into right center field to make the catch. He doesn't exactly get enough time to plant himself to try a trick play, so he opts just to make sure that he records the out and gets Daniel a quick one at that.
Yeah, especially to start the inning. Keep Nolan in the catbird seat. That one is off the end of the bat from Danny Hosley. Mason Maxwell with the routine play. Just like that, after 3 balls to start the outing from Nono, he's dialed in and 1 out away from a 1-2-3 inning.
And gets to square off against a former teammate in Jackson Olsen back in 2023 on this Banana squad. Last season, Olsen hitless against Nolan.
That one off the glove. Daniel scampering off the mound, bare hand. First, not in time. It'll be an infield single for Jackie. And we'll get it down to the young professor.
Lonnie Godet enlisted in the United States Army in 2009 and served in Afghanistan with the 4th Infantry Division out of Fort Carson, Colorado in 2010 and 2011. In late September of 2010, while on foot patrol, Godet's unit was struck by an IED, and as a result, he sustained hearing loss and a traumatic brain injury. He earned his combat infantry badge and was awarded a Purple Heart for his injuries and an Army Commendation Medal with Valor for his selfless action that assisted in saving the lives of 2 fellow soldiers. He was cleared and returned to service, but just 6 months later, while on another patrol, Godet stepped on a landmine, resulting in the loss of his right lower leg. He was then awarded his 2nd Purple Heart and sent stateside to rehab in San Antonio, Texas. Godet worked hard on his recovery and medically retired from the United States Army in August of 2012. He currently lives in Brookfield, Missouri with his wife Kate and their 4 children, Harley, Gage, Alana, and Emmett. They're here with us tonight, and that's because coming to bat for your Savannah Bananas, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome retired U.S. Army Sergeant Lonnie Godet.
What a moment for Lonnie Godet. The inning-winning run is on first. And the guy who played his last baseball in high school in Louisiana swings through a fastball. It's a good look at Stance. And we've got contact, 1-2 count.
And the fan clapping increases, seeing the contact there from Godet, behind in the count, but again, I think Daniel probably just gonna stick with the heater here.
Spoiled. Steady diet of fastballs. Godet starting to find the swing. This one deep down the right, a knifing foul and off the netting.
I'll tell you what, if he peppers any foul ball into the seats, you're going to hear fans yelling at one another, imploring them not to catch the foul ball.
This one into right field. Lonnie Godet, are you kidding me? Lonnie had one shot, one at bat in his banana ball career. He made it count. He battled and lines one to right, shows off the speed, and USA chants reverberating through Kauffman Stadium.
A man who is likely going to finish his banana ball career batting 1,000. What a special moment, and very cool of the Firefighters, Isaac Parra, getting that ball to Lonnie Godet to commemorate a really memorable hit, one of the most memorable we have ever seen in this sport.
Important for the Bananas. 2-0 count now on Kyle Jackson. Lonnie pushes the inning-winning run into scoring position. And now Nolan Daniel, one bad one away from losing this inning. Only had 2 quick outs in to start it. Gets the outside corner. Put that one low. Kyle Jackson earns the walk-off sprint. And the Bananas have tied this game at a point each.
5th ball four sprint for Kyle Jackson with runners in scoring position this season. He's the walk-off hero, but really it belongs to Lonnie Godet for the opposite field single after a 6-pitch battle with Nolan Daniel that leads to the Bananas netting their first point on night 2 in Kansas City.
Absolute onions. Grew up in Louisiana, ended up in Florida for high school where he finished up his baseball career. Gets a couple Purple Hearts, comes to Banana Land, and sets up the inning-winning walk-off for KJ in the 3rd. We're tied, and it's time for Maceo and the boys to dance. Excellent work from Maceo with Ty Jackson and Jared Donaldson, 3-man wrecking crew. And they give way to Cowboy Kyle, who's out for a 2nd inning of work. Faced the minimum thanks to a double play. And then struck out Logan Lacey. Here on the point in the 3rd. Now has 2, 3, and 4 in the lineup. Liam Spence, Dalton Cornett, and Joe Lytle.
We've seen the strikeout rate jump up for Cowboy Kyle as of late this season. A big part of that is because he's throwing from a slightly lower arm slot as he delivers the first pitch straight into foul territory. Nice effort by the man right along the railing, trying to catch that foul ball in a bucket hat.
One count on Spence, who lined out his first time. Smoked a ball, but straight to Alexiadis and right. Vincent Chapman's going to dust off home plate. Shake his moneymaker a little bit. A lot of it. We've got a Vincent Chapman look-alike in the stands tonight. He may look the part, but there's only one man on planet Earth who can dance like that. And oh my gosh, the crew is on fire right now. There he is.
He's got the right hat.
The beard's
the
very
color
accurate.
of blue is off just a tad.
Yeah.
But you gotta commend that guy for the beard that he's grown.
Yes.
Very similar.
Shape of the body and beard is so key. Spence spoils the front door slider. Banana Ball rookie at the dish, facing off against a man in his 8th year here in Banana Land. Spence, what a battle. Has worked a 1-2 count to 3-2. Ends up earning his first career sprint. Picked up his first hit yesterday. He is aboard to lead off the 4th.
Well, the tape shows that this should be one of the strong points of Liam Spence's game. A patient hitter, a guy with a very contact-first oriented approach. And some of his routines include hitting solely breaking balls off of pitching machines, but also practicing fouling off unhittable pitches and those with 2 strikes. It's a key reason why he was able to draw the ball for a sprint to start the 4th against Kyle.
Now Dalton Cornett steps in, fouled out to a fan his first time. Spence comes to us from Geelong, Australia. After spending his JUCO days a couple years at Central Arizona College, ended up at the University of Tennessee where he was a superstar. And further to your point, Josh, about I think we're going to see Spence on the bags a ton. A .471 on base percentage across his 2 years in Knoxville.
And also a career .350 hitter throughout his time in college. And now he's showing off the wheels, swiping second base against Eric Jones Jr.
Didn't see a ton of those throughout his college or professional career. Not known for the speed. Smart time to run, though, there. He's in scoring position. 2-2 to Cornett. Smoked foul. Great battle between guys who have been slamming heads against each other since the 2022 tour. Luigs and Cornett have seen a ton of each other. Hey, Kyle! Victorious here. A rare strikeout for Dalton Cornett.
Well, again, you saw him going to that slightly lower arm slot. He says it's kind of sidearm, but not quite. And you saw it awfully effective as that pitch started to trail off at the bottom of the strike zone. Get Cornett to swing through it. Really excellent execution.
Now Joe Lytle. A big part of the reason Kyle changed his arm slot is because of guys like DC3 who had just seen him too many times coming over the top. He needed something different.
It's one of the very interesting things that some of these pitchers have to endure throughout their banana ball career, especially the bananas and party animals after playing each other for so many years. You have to learn how to reinvent yourself. Batters usually don't struggle with that, but the pitchers certainly do.
That one fouled away. Ball and 2 strikes on the Firefighters DH.
And I would say you can do that in a plethora of ways. You can obviously change the way in which you deliver the ball, but you can also change the way in which you sequence batters, as Kyle has his 1-2 pitch laced into center field, but no trouble for the doctor, DR Meadows, with a behind-the-back snag in center field. Trick play number 75 this year.
Second on the ball game for DR. Guy makes it look so easy. That thing was smoked. Now D-Mac digs in. Spence still on second, 2 away. Jam shot. DR racing in, making the call. And behind the back. Back-to-back trick plays to end the frame. Gutsy decision there. A run scores if Meadows doesn't pull off the trick play.
Meadows takes a bow to cap off a 2 trick play inning for the Bananas. And it is a second scoreless frame for Cowboy Kyle Luigs as you get one more look at that fantastic play from Meadows.
The best to ever do it in the outfield in our young sports history. Aging like a fine wine. Time to hey baby here in KC.
Here we go, gotta clap it out. Here we go. I need you guys to sing too. Can you sing for me? Here we go. Come on, KC, let's get louder. All right, keep clapping. We're gonna shovel it out. Oh, y'all look so good tonight. Get ready to get those hands up. 'Cause here we go. One more time, as loud as you can.
Wonderful hey babying from the folks here in KC. 3.5 innings in the books here. We're less than 10 minutes away from first pitch in Albuquerque. Let's check in with Drake Toll.
Biko, Josh, cool time for a live check-in. Getting my last 2 things done before we go live on the Party Animals YouTube channel. First headline game of the Animals season here in Albuquerque against the brand new Texas Tailgaters. Their initial game in franchise history. It's going to be insane. Head to the Party Animals YouTube channel. I'll see you there. Just one last thing to do before we go live. See you guys.
Guess it maybe wasn't the best time to check in with Drake, but he's a pro's pro.
And a permable.
He is a permable. Caught the guy in the bathroom. He was ready to give us a great report. Hey, that's a barrel. Alex Ziegler to the gap. He throws the helmet away. He's not happy with 2. He wants 3 bases. Alex Ziegler, a triple. An ambush against Javon Ray. And the Nanners have the inning-winning run 90 feet away.
Even Split went out to give Alex Ziegler a high five for the first triple of his banana ball career. And a rude welcome for the Firefighters rookie Javon Ray, now taking over on the pitcher's mound.
Infield in against Robert Anthony Cruz, who fouls the first offering off. Javon's got a 5-pitch offering, fastball in the low 90s, works in a 2-seam, circle change, curveball and slider. Back up the middle, knocked down by Ray. That is an inning-saving play for now. Javon showing off the athleticism.
Well, Daniel had the ball peppered back to him last inning against Jackson Olsen, was not able to make the play. But Ray, you see, just able to slap that one right down in front of him, scramble off the mound quickly, and record the out. Not surprising to see him so nimble. He's a former football and basketball player in high school.
With Reese Alexiadis up, the Firefighters go to a 5-man infield. And Reese can't hold up on the slider. So just Lacey and Bridges in the outfield. Maxwell comes in from left. Alexiadis struck out looking his first time. Javon Ray, a ball away from losing this inning. This is where banana ball is so punishing for pitchers. He dials up a strike. Healthy swing and a miss from Alexiadis.
There was only 2 men out in the outfield, so Alexiadis just figured he'd try and swing for the fences, at least poke it out to the outfield so Ziegler could tag up on a possible sacrifice fly. The battle will run at least 7 pitches as Alexiadis fouls off the payoff.
Fastball's up, and Reese Alexiadis will earn the inning-winning walk-off for the Nanners. His 10th inning ender of the tour. The Bananas up 2-1, 4 innings in the books. And they are dancing to celebrate. Maceo leading the charge as the Nanners honor his call to get it pumping. Let's get it on down to the field to Marshall Schill.
But there's a rumor that there's kids around here think they're stronger than us. So we're gonna take our own bid against our competitor. Hayden, come on out there, and we're gonna do a push-up contest. Oh my, he took his shirt off. All righty, gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Go! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, Kansas City, I want you to tell me who won this competition. Was it Ben? Was it Ben? Let's go.
What an upset. Ben Dumb toppled in the first ever kid push-up contest. And a new man on the mound, Gage Voorhees, takes over for the Bananas. Stephen Cullen's going to be the first man to swing it.
Fans, your attention, please.
Throw
Val
to Sharp.
Perez's entire life has been centered around a team. From Team USA Women's Baseball, joining Banana Ball last year and is a longtime member of the Corpus Christi Fire Department. Val once said that what drew her to the fire station were the similarities to being in a locker room with her teammates. She's competed on the field and battled to save lives in her field. Tonight, we are proud to announce that after 10 years of service, she is retiring from the Corpus Christi Fire Department and trading in her boots for Banana Ball as the full-time head coach of the Firefighters. Kansas City, let's hear it for Val Perez!
Cool moment, one Valerie Perez did not see coming. And a well-deserved tip of the cap to Val as this one is punched deep out to right center. Sliding catch. Reese Alexiadis absorbs the contact with DR. Comes away with the end one to start the 5th.
Spooky play as Alexiadis and Meadows were sliding into one another, but you could tell kind of from the jump here in Kauffman Stadium, it was Alexiadis with a much better jump and read on that banana ball, and with enough speed to break over into right field and make another sensational grab. Not only has the arm impressed all season, but he has certainly played Gold Glove caliber defense.
Backflip catch, DR Meadows! Back-to-back sparkling plays from the Nanners outfield to get the 5th inning going.
It begins with a web gem, and the next pitch is a snow-coned backflip grab from DR Meadows, his 4th trick play tonight.
Well, after his good buddy Ryan Cox tied their shared record with 7 trick plays in the ball game, looks like the doctor took it personally. He'd like to try and repeat the performance or one-up it. Correll Prime behind the back. Transfer over to Gage Voorhees. And a quick and wild frame to start Gage's evening.
One of the fastest innings of Gage Voorhees' career, a 1 minute and 24-second frame for the right-hander. And now, of course, it's time to get you guys a kiss-off.
Naturally.
Kissed in front of 37,000 people, and you have to determine who did it the best. So let's start with the couple I have over here to my left. What are your names, guys?
Eric.
Heidi.
Eric and Heidi. How long have you guys been married?
2 years.
2 years. All right. Well, let's see what you guys got. Give us a little something, something. Oh, did you see the foot there? That was cute. Not that great. They're booing you, but that was 2 years. All right. Next up, what are your names, guys?
Chelsea.
Kendall. Chelsea and Kendall. How many years for you guys?
10.
10 years. Okay. Little experience. Let's see what you guys have to show our crowd. Oh my. Oh. Easy there, Tiger. All right. And last up, this couple. What are your names, guys?
Mary Kay.
Mary Kay.
And Jeff.
Jeff, how long have you two been married as of today?
50 years.
50 years! Well, let's see what you two have to show these folks. Oh! Hey! What? Oh my goodness! Oh no! Oh, we have to vote. All right, fans, is our winner the 2-year couple? Is it the 10-year couple? Or is it the 50-year couple? Give it up for our winners of the Kiss-Off!
Oh, a big shout out to Mary and Jeff Ulrich, the victors of the Kiss-Off and grandparents of Zach Frangelo's girlfriend. How about that for a connection? 50 years of love. Another big shout out to Mary and Jeff. Got a quick look at the resume of Javon Ray. An unceremonious beginning to his banana ball career. Alex Ziegler ambushed him and notched a triple that ended up leading to the Reese Alexiadis walk-off sprint. Now Javon's got Cox, Prime, and EJ. And Ryan Cox out to right center. And a back handspring catch, just with one hand of assistance. Logan Lacey, that guy is made of rubber.
Well, we saw Jay Guff a little tough on Lacey for not sticking the landing on his first trick play. This one looked an awful lot better, and he had time to get himself planted as he ranged into right center that time. That's why he's able to come away with trick play number 2 on his night.
Nice slider there from Ray to jump ahead of Prime. And he's ahead 0-2. That was filthy. Javon out of Douglasville, Georgia. Actually started at the University of Tennessee, where he was teammates with his current Firefighters third baseman, Liam Spence. He was back in 2021. Transferred to Georgia Southern, where he finished out his career with Jason Swan. Trick pitch. And it's going to be poked out to right center. Noah Bridges behind the back for a second time tonight. He's perfect on his 2 trick play attempts.
Once again, it's another inning where both Lacey and Bridges come away with trick plays for the Firefighters. And he seems to be reading the ball an awful lot better in right field tonight. Good stuff from Bridges and Ray to have Prime out in front of the breaking ball there to induce soft enough contact.
Second straight former minor league hitter for Javon Ray to try and navigate through. Eric Jones Jr. ahead 2-0. And the bat's starting to heat up for the Savannah Bananas all-time leader in home runs. Saw him swing on a 3-0 his first time up. And that's a pitcher's pitch. And EJ will take the sprint. Hard turnaround first, then taps the brakes. All 7 Firefighters behind the pitcher and catcher touch the ball in short order. We saw their sprint defense already in midseason form last night. They gunned down Bill Leroy trying to get 2 bases. And now Flash, who scored the inning-winning run in the 3rd, pinch running for Jackson Olsen, and will step in for Jones Jr.
Smart move by the Bananas, getting towards the bottom of this lineup. It'll roll around, and Malachi will be able to run again for this squad. And he's got burning speed, so the Bananas could get a quick run and another point if Hosley could gap this banana ball.
He goes for the gap, but too much air underneath it. Logan Lacey making the call and the catch. And Javon Ray with a nice bounce back inning. Puts up a goose egg and keeps the deficit at just 1 for the Firefighters. Boy, what a ball game had 3 years ago to the day. Back in Savannah, Georgia, Banana Fest 2022, with Old Split leading the charge and a motley crew of collegiate bananas who have now joined the fray in the banana ball era, all of them led by Tyler Gillum, who had no idea he was about to lead the Coastal Plain League Bananas to a 2nd straight Pettit Cup. These are the boys who were playing in that ball game. It was debuts for everybody except for Ty Jackson.
And what's really special is that all 6 of these guys are now represented on the 4 teams in banana ball this season. Stanley and Justice getting to suit up for the Tailgaters for the first time tonight. And we've seen some special stuff so far from Kaden Green. 2 trick plays already in this series. And of course, Armando Becerra on the Party Animals had his signature game in Nashville 2 Saturdays ago.
Good reminder that Mondo, Justice, and Stanley are all doing battle right now in Albuquerque, New Mexico. You can check that game out on the Party Animals YouTube channel. And of course, Gage Voorhees, you can watch him right here.
And he gets to match
here
up
comes Peanut
against one of his old teammates in Kaden Green.
Oh my God, the banana ball gods shine upon us here in KC. You can't make that up. Where's Ty Jackson? What can we say about him? Kaden Green honored as the Dunkin' Donut batter tonight. Voorhees against his former collegiate Bananas teammate. Starts him with a nice slider for strike 1. If Peanut goes down on strikes, the full capacity crowd gets donuts, courtesy of Duncan. He's ahead 2-1. Get 3-1. And on the hands, on a couple hops, Cox between the legs. Fumbles the exchange and cannot take care of his counterpart.
Well, he had 7 trick plays last night to tie a single-game banana ball record, but he also has 3 trick plays missed in this series. And you see the ball squirting out of the glove way too much on that exchange. Cox trying to flip it up to himself, make it easy, and instead the banana ball winds up away from him as Isaac Parr is into the box and trying to keep the inning rolling with the slap hit that he introduced a season ago.
I think there was a nice catch down there in the dugout suite. If it was clean, it should have been a foul out to a fan. Parr working on his slap hitting ability. I don't know what it is about shortstops for the Firefighters, but Parr, the primary shortstop last year, Green, of course, early on, has filled the role both games for the Firefighters this year. They have a knack for reaching on errors or trick plays missed. This one bounced to Kyle Jackson. And I would rule that an infield single personally.
I would also rule that an infield single.
Yeah.
Slow chopper. The intent for Isaac Parr is to be out of the box incredibly quickly, which he was. It's going to be a tough play for Jackson to make either way, and Green, of course, with great speed, was already in at second.
Yeah, there's no chance for a force there. So now to the top of the order, Logan Lacey digs in. Parra led the Firefighters last year, reaching on errors or trick plays missed 9 times across 19 games. Peanut has reached on 3 trick plays missed across a game and a half so far in his Firefighters career.
Well, sometimes in the game of banana ball, when you put it in play, good things happen, and you get to take advantage of some costly defensive miscues. And this is really the first time the Firefighters have threatened since the 2nd inning of play, as Lacey sprays this into left field. And all of a sudden the bags are juiced with nobody out for the Firefighters.
Well, for a 2nd straight ball game, Logan Lacey goes foul out to fan, strikeout, single. He continued his night with a double and a single. We'll see if that trend is the same tonight. What a spot here for Liam Spence. Bases loaded. Infield in for the Nanners. And that one smoked down the left field line, hooking foul. Spence is lined out. Reached on a sprint his last time. He is a key part of the Firefighters' diabolical plans for banana ball domination this year. It's absolutely raked across their prime season. 2-2 count. Hey, there's Ty Jackson. Floated out to center. DR Meadows backpedaling. Will tip it up, grab the trick play. Kaden Green actually waited for it to fully be caught. He could have taken off as soon as it hit the glove. And now runners at the corners, 1 run in. And Shark will take over.
Kansas City from 2012 through 2015 and holds the record for most consecutive starts without a loss. And he's a 2015 World Series champion with your Kansas City Royals. Make some noise for Jeremy Guthrie!
From the booth to the field, and a crow hop, strike 1 on Dalton Cornett. Liner over the leap of prime. DC3 drives in Parra. Lacey is going to stop at 3rd. Cornett motoring into 2nd with the RBI double.
Tough start for Jeremy Guthrie, and those runs still on the line for Gage Voorhees as well. It's a big extra base hit for DC3, and now you got to look at the numbers for Jeremy Guthrie across his banana ball career. Again, appearing in his 7th game and has averaged 3 outs in 4 minutes and 7 seconds, and he's going to give us a 6-2-2.
The crowd loves it. And a foul ball from Joe Lytle, who's offers up on the 2 seed. I mean, you have to expect nothing less from the man who leads all former major leaguers, not named Bill Lee, in appearances in banana ball history. Wow, that was a good looking pitch. Guthrie wanted the call for Vincent Chapman. Lytle just got a piece of it. Back up the middle, Joe Lytle comes through. Lacey scores, Cornett station to station. And a bunch. We're gonna get our Firefighters run celebration here. You'll see the full finished piece on the Firefighters social media pages. You only got to see the grand finale. You don't get to see the setup. Lytle drives in a run for a second straight night to start his third World Tour. And now Dakota McFadden in year number 5.
The Bananas have decided to switch up the defense. Infield no longer in. Cox and Olsen at double play depth, hoping that Guthrie can do something on the ground. It's able to allow them to turn 2.
And do something on the ground right there. Bouncer right off the heel of DMAC. Got word from Albuquerque that Jonathan Luters just completed the first trick play in Texas Tailgaters history. He was the betting favorite. I think he's going to have himself a fantastic banana ball career. Really impressive arsenal out of Seton Hall.
You had to like one of the 2 guys up the middle for the Tailgaters, either returner Jordan Hussein, who was on the Party Animals last year, or Luters as Guthrie tries the 360 spin trick pitch, and Dalton Cornett shows off his speed, breaking towards home and sliding in safely for a 4th Firefighters run.
No mercy at all for the 13-year big league vet, now officially a banana ball veteran, trying off a trick pitch strikeout. And past the dive of Kyle Jackson into left field, the Firefighters are finding the holes against Jeremy Guthrie. It's back-to-back ground ball singles from Lytle and McFadden. And now Stephen Cullen's going to come in from the crowd.
I'm a big fan of Dwight Schrute, Michael Scott and company actually doing a little staying alive CPR.
Surprised we didn't see a reenactment of the face of the CPR dummy being cut off. All right! No, bobbled. We're looking to tie banana ball record for foul outs to fans. The next one would do it. All 3 of them have gone against the Firefighters so far tonight. And there were 3 of the first 4 outs that the team hit into. Look out, boys. My goodness. Nice play by Dalton Cornett down there. Protecting a photographer. And that should be an out. Jackson Olsen making an emphatic call. And tries to go behind the back. That's okay. He'll just grab the force at second. That's pretty high banana ball IQ from Olsen.
It's situational awareness.
Correct.
That is for sure. Olsen noting that if he doesn't make the catch, the runner is not even trying to lead halfway from first, or he will get doubled up. So you're not really going to get penalized if you come up empty. Runner at third's not going to try anything, so the Bananas still come away with the out, albeit without a trick play.
There is your 4th foul out to a fan tonight. Mason Maxwell fouls out to the upper deck. And we have tied the banana ball record. Jeremy Guthrie induces the record-tying foul out. Nice catch by that young lady.
And how incredible that he told us that was the thing he felt like he still had to do in his banana ball career. It finally happens in game number 7. And now it is time to go down to the field for a whole new world.
I say go, the dads are going to run out and they're going to be dragging these little guys behind them on their magic carpets. They've got to follow the track of the infield dirt and make it across the finish line. The first pair to make it there wins. Hold on tight, little guys, because we're going in 3, 2, 1, go! There they go. Jared and Beckham in the lead. Oh my goodness. They are going so fast. The turn. Boom goes the dynamite. A close race all the way around. Give it over Jared and Beckham, winners of a whole new world.
That's a fun brand new promotion right there. And a sight for sore eyes, Dakota McFadden, who is the Bananas go-to guy on the One City World Tour for showdown situations. Continues to show off his two-way abilities. Takes over on the bump for the Firefighters.
Well, he still has 4 showdown shutdowns and 5 opportunities a lifetime. And believe it or not, collected the first save in Firefighters franchise history when they picked up their first win as a franchise. DMAC pitched in 6 games last season, averaged 3 outs in 4 minutes and 6 seconds, but did have as many ball force sprints as he did strikeouts on the pitcher's mound.
It's got Jackson Olsen in the 10 hole, then back at the top, Meadows and Kyle Jackson. Waiting to hack. Long run here, and Liam Spence can't make the play. He's moved from third base to left. And Jackson Olsen is going to end up on third. The official scoring decision.
I rule E7.
I agree. Spence not an everyday outfielder. Didn't get the best route, kind of made it a tougher play than maybe it had to be. Ends up clinging off the glove. The good news for the Firefighters is they've got a lot of leeway here with the 4-run cushion, trying to knock this game up at 2 points each. And DR Meadows up the middle. Noah Bridges has shifted over from right to center, showing off the cannon. No reason for Olsen to risk it. Niners need 2 more guys to reach before they can think about tying the frame, and now Dalton Malden is going to pinch hit for KJ.
Yeah, it's a tough arm to try and score on with Noah Bridges in center field. You saw it was a pretty good throw home, and that was a big reason why back on the 2023 World Tour, the Bananas often had Bridges as the defender in showdowns for them.
Well, it looks like Dakota McFadden has the slider working. A couple uncomfortable swings from Malden. He's behind 0-2. Why fix what ain't broken? Goes back to it. Reggie Liggins says Dalton able to hold up on that one. Right back to it. That one skips away from Cornett. Olsen trying to score, and the throw's wild. Now that was a gutsy decision. It'll pay off for Olsen and the Nanners. Still a 3-run deficit, though, in the 6th.
Again, DMAC doesn't really have anything to sweat on the pitcher's mound. Now up 3 runs in the bottom of the 6th. Instead, just needs to focus on continuing to try and spin those sliders against Dalton Malden and hope he can collect his first punch out this season.
From no balls and 2 strikes to a full count. And that's a broken bat. Slow tapper, Logan Lacey on the run. Behind the back catch. Look out, Stephen Cullen. I don't know if he held the bag when he caught it or if he tagged out Dalton when he got the hug. But Malden back to the dugout either way.
Just appeared to be a throw that took Lacey a little bit up the line, or Cullen, I should say, a little bit up the line. Does look like he was able to keep the toe dragged on that bag, and just unfortunately at the end had the slight collision with Dalton Malden as Dan Oberst swipes first base for the 2nd time in tonight's ball game.
How about the production from the 3-hole? Their designated hitter has stolen first twice, and their bat trickster in his stead in the fourth rather, blasted a triple out to left center.
He's the first man to steal first twice in a single game this season. We can't forget he had 6 back on the 2023 World Tour, which was tied for the most in a single season.
Right, still is with Dakota McFadden, who's on the mound. The pair of them both had 6 in 2023. Tanner Thomas repeated their performance last year. And a slow tapper to Cullen. He's going to barehand it behind the back flip. G-Mac showing off the athleticism. That is a big boy bounding over to first base and putting up a 1-run inning, an unearned run at that. The Firefighters tie the game at 2 points each with 3 innings to play. Another look at the trick play as McFadden earns the point. And we will honor all our service members, both past and present, here at Kauffman Stadium. And we'll get it down to Sam Bauman.
Yeah, Biko, Josh, I'm here with Bananas pitching coach and lifelong Kansas City Royals fan, Adam Virant. Now, Coach, I imagine for you, this atmosphere, coming to a place where you had one of your first fans' first moments, George Brett. The memories here must be overwhelming that you just can't think about anything else.
I tell you what, here's the only thing I'm thinking of. You mind if I hold this? Have you seen our pitching yet tonight? We had a former big leaguer, Jeremy Guthrie, on the mound, who was basically throwing like slices of pizza up there for little children to eat. Like last night, no walks. You figure that would carry over to tonight. And I know what you want to know. You want to make me cry. I want to talk about the pitching. Hard-hitting journalism. Let's try that one.
Yeah, Coach, that's great and all, but I mean, just look at this crowd, the atmosphere. Win or lose, you just got to be happy, right?
Yeah, he just threw another ball on the mound. I mean, I don't know if that is the game plan for tonight that I wasn't clued in about, but it's just, we're just throwing ball after 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 ball.
Well, Coach, sorry if I got you a little emotional there. Coach, Josh, I think it's better to get back to you now.
Thanks, SB. Thank you for the candid thoughts, Adam Virant.
Well, those balls a bit redundant, huh?
Some would say. Andy Archer trying to change the tone of his pitching coach as he takes over for Jeremy Guthrie.
0-3 here in 2025. And Archer has allowed 11 earned runs in his last 2 outings. His ERA went from 4.34 to 6.62 entering play tonight. He surrendered 5 home runs in that span and 13 total hits, but Death Valley at Clemson was partially to blame for that. Archer has been pretty great in Major League parks this season. Great stuff in Miami and also in Atlanta.
2 balls and a strike on Noah Bridges, bottom 3 in the order. Kicking off the 7th, make it 3-1. Capper off the end of the bat. Full count on Bridges. Kaden Green on deck. Isaac Parra in the hole. Archer goes right after Bridges. Sneaks a fastball by him. And a good start to Andy's evening.
Tough to see for Noah Bridges. Again, the one mark you've got on his game is that he has a 24% strikeout rate across his career. If he can just figure out how to cut down on that, he's due for a lot of success in banana ball, as he has all the tools you're looking for in a guy.
Pop up off the bat of Green, and Ryan Cox called off by Robert Anthony Cruz. 4 guys there. Rack makes the play. Couple quick outs here for Archer as we're approaching the 32-minute mark on our 2-hour timer. Bananas haven't had a game that hasn't reached the 9th inning since the 2023 World Tour. The Firefighters only 1 of their 19 games played last year. The 2-hour timer ran out in the 8th. That was against the Party Animals. Nearly made it to the 9th, but Reese Hampton worked a sprint off Daniel and Clock ran out. He was running around the bases. There is the drag. Gosh, that looked a lot like a bunt. I gotta be honest. We're gonna call it a slap hit, and Isaac Parra has reached back-to-back times now with that approach.
Well, you'll take whatever from Isaac Parra. He's able to get out of the box again incredibly quickly. That
right
just
through the
puts so
wickets.
much pressure on defenders as this one goes through the glove of Andy Archer, but Malden charges and fires. No, KJ Jackson fires quickly over to first base and records the final out of the top of the 7th for Andy Archer. 2 minutes and 40 seconds on the board.
Get another look. That one through the 5-hole for Archer. But KJ going from the hot corner to second base and showing off his defensive abilities. Wonder who could be in that barrel there.
Trick pitching clown, Matt Wolf.
That's a surprise. I never would have expected the pride of Joy, Oklahoma, Matt Wolf, to be inside that rodeo clown barrel. Wolfie on his 4th world tour, 2nd with the Firefighters. The man who inspired the logo for the Banana Ball Championship League, a legend of the sport, and always brings a bucket load of entertainment on the bump.
He had a 1-1 record last season across games with the Bananas and the Firefighters. Posted a 4-minute and 2-second average MPI across the year as well. But struggled with control, 10 ball 4 sprints and 5 hit by pitches, and allowed 6 walk-offs in 8 appearances with the Firefighters. So playing as the away team was certainly tricky for Wolfie.
The world's tallest hitter, Dakota Stilts All-Britain.
This is Banana Ball at its best. Our game's most entertaining pitcher against our game's most entertaining hitter. Matt Wolf, first Dakota All-Britain. And Stilts has the torpedo bat out there with him. Good luck sawing this guy off. Between the legs pitch off the end of the bat. And it ends up being a number over to Cullen, who grabs the trick play. Does Wolfie get a trick play as well?
I am not sure.
Neither am I. That's why I asked. Well, we'll never know. Just some questions don't deserve an answer, you know? I'm just kidding, folks. We'll check it out after the game. .360 pitch in on the hands. Another chopper to Cullen. Bare hands it. Bounces it to Wolf, who just barely beats Cox to first.
Stephen Cullen's been pretty special for the Firefighters as of late. Had 2 trick plays in the last inning for them. Now has 2 here in the 7th as he's using a lot of different things in the arsenal. Received one behind his back, then had 2 transitions, and then comes away with a bounce pass to retire Coxie.
Boy, when he breaks off a slider that grazes the black of the plate after doing the 360, that is just unfair. Pulls off another 360 fastballs below the knees of the 6'5" Correll Prime. Pound for pound, the most accomplished hitter in this Bananas lineup. 7 years of minor league baseball will do that. It's really a luxury for this team as you get the jump throw. And on a couple hops, Isaac Para showing off the trick play ability. Throw not in time, though. Prime with the hustle, able to beat the wrap.
Like the attempt for Isaac Para, you see him beating himself up about it immediately. It's a situation where he tried to do just a little too much, taking time to have to do that 360 spin in the dirt while dribbling before throwing that one to Cullen. So Prime reaches, and the Bananas have extra life here in the bottom of the 7th with this inning still scoreless.
Fastball just misses up. 2-0 count on Eric Jones Jr. and Wolf checks on Prime, who was standing on first. Goes to the slider to steal a strike. Wolf has been very comfortable bending the ball here tonight. And going to the 360 fairly often as well.
And I'll tell you what, count 3-1, it's surprising that the Bananas did not insert Malachi Mitchell to run for Correll Prime to possibly score on a ball four sprint issued from Wolfie. But he stays dialed in on that strike zone at 3-1 and now runs the count full.
Prime, the inning-winning run, will be off with the pitch. There he goes. It's going to be ball 4. This is a situation. Oh, no! Zachary Bridges in defensively to catch, sails the ball over Kaden Green's head, and Prime scores easily from first. The Firefighters gift the Nanners the go-ahead point, a trick play miss to extend the inning, and then an errant throw on the sprint as EJ earns the walk-off.
Brutal stuff for Matt Wolf and the Firefighters. Certainly not what Zachary Bridges was looking for. And the Bananas, despite not using Mitchell, are able to benefit from costly defensive errors.
Next weekend, we'll be back in action from Angel Stadium in Anaheim, California. Both games will be broadcast on ESPN Plus and Disney Plus, as well as always as right here on the Savannah Bananas YouTube channel. That'll be a Friday and Saturday night. Couple games in the 4th oldest stadium in Major League Baseball. And an update from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Top of the 4th inning, Party Animals up a point, but the Texas Tailgaters played at 4 in the top of the 4th. So they've got a great chance to knot things up.
Good to hear the offense is getting going for the Texas Tailgaters. We saw last night once the Firefighters started to hit in the 8th inning, they were very dangerous facing Austin Prisminski when he came in to close. You never know, all of a sudden it just takes a couple knocks, and from there the offense can be humming.
And a reminder, that game is live on the Party Animals YouTube channel. So if you've got another device, a phone, a tablet, a computer, a spare television, mayhaps, you could have 2 Banana Ball games on at one time. Josh, how many is that?
2 Banana Ball games at once!
Thank you, sir. Andy Archer out for a 2nd inning of work. Beefy part of this Firefighters lineup, 2, 3, and 4. Spence, Cornett, and Lytle. This one lifted out to right. It's going to find grass. Into the corner it goes. Alexiadis has a howitzer. Spence respects the gun and content with a stand-up double. Nice start to his young Banana Ball career.
It's what you're going to get from Liam Spence. Again, a guy with a very flat swing, pesky at the plate, just overall incredible at putting the ball in play. And the Firefighters have the leadoff man on for a 2nd straight frame. Or 2 times out of the last 3 frames, that is.
That's right. Zachary Bridges was nearly the hero last night. Pinch hit double in the top of the ninth with 2 outs. Actually ended up ending the game. He goes down on strikes this time against Andy Archer. So the batting average no longer 1,000. That was going to be tough to keep up. Nice shoestring catch. D.R. Meadows to take care of Joe Lytle. And a couple quick outs following the leadoff double from Spence. D-Mac trying to bring his buddy home from second. And McFadden gets one off the shoulder. Fastball up and in. And shaking it out. Looks to be A-OK.
Yeah, good to see D-Mac get up quickly for the Firefighters, make his way down to first. That one certainly did not feel good. Drew Yanest, it will appear, will run for D-Mac. He's once again the Firefighters' designated runner. And Stephen Cullen up at the dish, who was .318 last season, batting with runners in scoring position.
There's the split changeup from Archer. His most deadly off-speed offering. And the count now 1-2. There's the strikeout. Archer goes back to the changeup, gets the big K, and strands a pair of runners on the bases.
That's a guy who's done his scouting report on Stephen Cullen. He tends to have a very long swing in the batter's box. That's the reason Archer decided to go to the split changeup. Cullen way out in front, flailing through that. So Archer able to strand 2 in the 8th.
We turn Kauffman Stadium yellow. What a glorious venue for Banana Ball this is. It's been on the bucket list my entire life as a diehard baseball fan. And it doesn't just live up to the billing, it really blows it away. Pays homage to being the ballpark in the city of fountains wonderfully, with the beautiful fountains out in the outfield. Crown video board is about as unique as they come. Built in 1973. This is the 53rd year Kauffman Stadium has been home of the Kansas City Royals. So honored to get to bring Banana Ball here. Princess Patassi, I'm sure you're pretty fired up as well.
We love you so much, Banana Nation. Now let's go, Bananas!
This is the 3rd year Banana Ball has come to Kansas City. 2 games in 2022, 3 in 2023, all of them in Legends Field over on the Kansas side of the border. Challenger games between the Bananas and Monarchs of the American Association. Now the Firefighters and Bananas with back-to-back full-capacity crowds in Kauffman, and Johnny Hmel makes his Banana Ball debut. I think this could end up being one of the premier arms in the sport.
On paper, he is far and away the most electric arm on this Firefighters team. Had a 12-5 record in college, a 2.38 earned run average, and had 189 strikeouts with 25 saves in that time, averaging 14.1 strikeouts per 9 innings. I mean, we've seen Danny Hosley known to be the guy with the highest strikeout rate in Banana Ball's history, but Hmel, if he is in the zone, is certainly going to challenge him. He has a great fastball, but it's the cutter-slider combo for him that is also a very dangerous pitch, and one that he's comfortable throwing at any time. He went with 3 straight cutters/sliders to send the University of Kentucky to the College World Series last year.
And you get a good look at the mini Lightning McQueen he's got with him. His favorite movie, the entire known universe, is Cars. Johnny watches it about once a month. And the Lightning McQueen nickname and persona really took over in Kentucky. High foul ball off the bat of Danny Hosley all the way up to the third deck and bobbled, but not caught cleanly. Hosley, Olsen, and then at the top of the order, Meadows, due to swing it against Hmel. Spent the first 4 years of his college career at Erskine, finished up at Kentucky. And starts his banana ball career with a pop-up in the infield. Kaden Green called off by Parra. Hmel was trying to figure out what his walkout song was going to be at Kentucky. As our bat boy will come on out and take care of Hosley's weapon. And Hmel, after actually 5 years at Erskine, is really struggling to find a walkout song. Obviously, he went back and watched Cars. Real Gone by Sheryl Crow is the intro song. Talked to some friends, said, hey, I think this would be cool. And it caught like wildfire in Lexington. Kids were bringing Lightning McQueen towels for him to sign. Got on the news talking about it. Ended up doing a video with the UK marketing team, recreating a scene from Cars. It starts Bill Leroy out with some sweet chin music.
Well, you see the speed on the fastball coming out of the hand of Hmel, blowing Bill Leroy back, not once, but twice now.
Since 88 to 91 with the fastball. That combined with being 23 years old when he graduated from Kentucky. The two reasons that Major League Baseball teams, although they had a ton of interest, ended up not signing him. They want the high velocity, they want younger arms, and Hmel, even though the statistics in college are absurd, did not get the opportunity to play affiliated ball. I think he's in the right place. Sits down Leroy looking, and will play with his favorite character of all time, the Lightning McQueen car.
You ever think his friends will start joining him out there if he starts having multi-strikeout games, start bringing out Toe Mater and maybe Doc?
I would like to see that.
The gang's all here.
Here's the doctor. Low strike, quickly behind 0-2. Hmel is loving the T-Swift. Right into the pitch. That one softly tapped up the middle. Peanut. What a play! Robbery of D.R. Meadows. And Hmel starts his career with a perfect frame.
Well, the Firefighters have a lot of guys on this team who are capable of playing shortstop. They're most confident in Kaden Green because of special plays like that one there, robbing DR of his first hit of the night and getting Hmel out of the frame in 2 minutes and 8 seconds.
Peanut's been putting on a defensive clinic across his first two. Starts at short for the Firefighters. This is what it means to be in the final inning. Every run scored counts as a point. If we're tied at the end of it, we will go to showdowns. It was a 3-1 win for the Bananas last night. They lead 3-2 going to the 9th tonight. And it'll be a special save opportunity for Zach Phillips, who came to Banana Land halfway through the 2023 World Tour after a 5-year career as a Kansas City Royals minor leaguer. Got up to Double-A, the Northwest Arkansas Naturals, and has nothing but wonderful things to say about the Royals organization. Said it was the best opportunity he ever could have had. We had him out on the Party Plaza today, and he was welcomed with open arms by over 10,000 Royals faithful who were out there and got to hear him speak. It was really a beautiful scene.
Yeah, clearly there are no hard feelings whatsoever. Phillips embraced very warmly, crowd loving him and warmed up to him very quickly. Phillips, we saw him pitch last night, throwing a 2-minute and 54-second inning. He also made a great pick off the pitcher's mound on a comebacker. And this is his first save opportunity of 2025. He had 2 opportunities last season, converting 1 of them.
Well, same spot in the order we were at last night in the top of the 9th inning. 7, 8, 9, and 10. And Mason Maxwell, broken bat, diving play Zach Phillips from his knees over to his fellow former minor leaguer in Correll Prime. And 1 pitch, 1 out.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Firefighters are invoking the Golden Batter rule. Hitting in the place of Noah Bridges is the Firefighters' Golden Batter, Logan Lacey.
We knew it wouldn't be a cakewalk for Philly in his first save opportunity of the tour. He has to face off against the Firefighters' best bat, who has already fouled out to a fan tonight. He fouled out to a fan last night as well. Smokes this one. Look out, split. It's going to be over the head of Robert Anthony Cruz. The Bananas mascot has to go flying. And Logan Lacey, perfect 2 for 2 now in his Golden Batter opportunities, both of them coming in the 9th inning. And he's got his 2nd double already of the tour.
Had the single, now laces a double for the Firefighters. And Zach Phillips now has to pitch with a runner in scoring position as squares off against Kaden Green and induces soft contact. Prime, seeing if there's enough room for him to make the grab, and he comes away with it. The Bananas now an out away from sweeping the Firefighters in Kansas City.
Noah Bridges able to reinsert himself for Lacey at 2nd, so a big upgrade in speed out there. Noah swiped 2nd and 3rd last night. No reason to run here. Isaac Parra behind 0-1. He can get a ball to the outfield grass. Bridges should score. Firefighters down to their final strike. That one, cranked foul. Zach Phillips going right after Parra.
Parra's a natural right-handed hitter. A little bit of a matchup advantage against Zach Phillips, but was 0 for 2 against him last season as this one is hit over to Danny Hosley at 3rd. No trick play needed. The Bananas claim the win over the Firefighters on night 2 in KC. And Zach Phillips, the former Royals farmhand, is able to nail down the game-winning save.
The Bananas get to dance the center of Kauffman Stadium for a 2nd straight night. Boy, the Firefighters, when they look back at this loss, are going to kick themselves. All 3 points that the Bananas scored were on ball 4 sprints from Firefighters pitchers. A reminder that you can check out the Party Animals against the Texas Tailgaters live on the Party Animals YouTube channel right now. They're in the bottom of the 5th inning, game tied at a point each. Terrific battle. And the Tailgaters' first ever game as a team. Trying to take down a Party Animals team that beat the Bananas 10 out of the last 11 times they played them before starting their own headlining tour tonight. And the Nanners will be back in action against the Firefighters this coming Friday night from Angel Stadium. Sam Bauman has our showman of the night. We'll get it down to the field.
Hey, Bingo, Josh. Yes, our showman of the night. It's DR, the Doc Meadows. DR, the trick plays were top par today. What was the mentality coming in here, hoping to get the sweep in Kansas City?
You know, the guys are fired up today. This place is incredibly loud, and the atmosphere here is awesome. And we're just excited to come out here after a win last night and, you know, have some fun with the new guys.
DR, talk to me. I mean, The offense was there, but defensively, you guys have been lights out this weekend, from the trick plays to pitching. What is seeming to click here for this Bananas team?
We're getting, I think we found a little spark on our lineup. We found something that's working for us, and all the guys have a lot of energy. We're feeding off the Firefighters' energy. All those new guys decided to be out here, so we're keeping up with them, and we're just having some fun.
Now, DR, you made some incredible plays in the outfield, but I do want to reference a play we saw here from Lonnie Gaudette when he came up to bat, our wounded warrior, and hit that ball. What's a moment like that mean for a team like that, to see a guy come? Big moment for you guys. You get the point that inning.
That's what it's all about. That guy has gave everything for his country, and to have him come out here and do that on one leg is just super special. He got to do it in front of his family. And I wouldn't want to give my bat to anybody else, man. That guy's awesome.
DR, finally, I just got to ask you, any praise today?
Praise the Lord, baby.
Pico, Josh, our showman of the night. Back to you guys.
Thanks, SB. Thank you very much, DR Meadows. The Nanners back on the winning side of things. They're now 15-19 on the tour overall. Take a look at what DR did to earn another Showman of the Night award. It was the wizardry with the glove. A side flip, a couple behind-the-back catches, and then the grand finale, the cherry on top, the backflip catch in deep center. Impressive stuff from DR all evening long.
Again, the ball nearly came out of the glove there for DR Meadows, but he was unbelievable when it came to trick plays. Very similar stuff from what we saw last night with Ryan Cox as well. Again, defense and pitching is really what helped the Bananas prevail in this series against the Firefighters this weekend.
Yeah, and that is a big change of pace for the Nanners after the pitching staff was not up to snuff. I think that's why Adam Virant was so emotional in his interview with Sam Bauman down on the field, but it was a complete change of pace for the Nanners pitching against the Firefighters this weekend as we welcome you inside the booth with Josh Talevsky, Biko Scala. Thank you all so much for spending your Saturday here in virtual Bananaland after a 3-1 win last night for the Bananas, a 3-2 win tonight, and talking about that pitching staff limiting the ball four sprints, which is how the Nanners got all three of their points tonight, was key for their staff.
I mean, Vira was certainly critical of the Bananas pitching, but across this series, they were great. They only allowed one ball four sprint and had 10 strikeouts across these two games, whereas we saw against the Party Animals in the last 11 games, the Bananas had 39 ball four sprints compared to 48 strikeouts. Not the ratio they were looking for. They also gave up 22 home runs, and they allowed 0 against the Firefighters this weekend. And on their side of things, when it came to pitching, all 3 walk-offs for the Bananas came on ball four sprints. And that's where the team struggled a year ago. 90 ball four sprints issued by Firefighters pitching. That was more than the total number of strikeouts they collected as a staff.
Now, even though all 3 walk-offs for the Bananas were on ball four sprints, they were set up by some unlikely heroes. Alex Ziegler with the triple on the first pitch he saw tonight, and then Lonnie Gaudette. Are you kidding me? A wounded Warrior guy who hasn't played truly competitive baseball since his high school days down in Florida. He set up a walk-off for the Nanners as well. Impressive stuff from both those guys.
And they did them in back-to-back innings. That's what was so cool for the Bananas. Of course, it was Gaudette playing hero in the 3rd inning against Nolan Daniel, and then Alex Ziegler. Again, a rude greeting for Javon Ray, giving up the leadoff triple, but the Bananas would certainly take it.
The Party Animals and Texas Tailgaters have moved into the top of the 6th inning. A reminder, you can pick that game up on the Party Animals YouTube channel. They will be in action tomorrow afternoon as well. Once again, free to watch on the Party Animals YouTube channel, as well as the Tailgaters get their first ever series of action. That is exactly what Josh and I are going to start watching as we sign off of this broadcast. A big thank you to Yvonne Trezak, our executive producer, Chad Reese, our director, our entire crew here in Kauffman Stadium, as well as the wonderful folks in the control room back in Savannah. Thanks to Sam Bauman down on the field, to the entire Kansas City Royals staff. They have been wonderful. It's been truly a delight to be here in Kansas City, and they're a big reason why. And thank you, Josh Talevsky, with the color commentating and statistical savantry. I'm Biko Scala saying so long for now. Make sure to check out the Texas Tailgaters versus the Party Animals, and of course we will see you later!